Hello everyone, and welcome back to W12 Universe. I am your host Jitch. You are watching Friday Night SmackDown, and if you hear any sound effects in the background, my headphones are currently being attacked. I have to apologize as, once again, me and Saria are the designated cat sitters, and at the moment we're cat sitting my sister's cat for several weeks, so I kind of have to deal with this for now. I can't just hold off on recording. He's noticed that there's a wire hanging from the microphone, and that's it. It's his new toy. He meows a lot as well, so I'm just giving a heads up. Apologies if you hear a lot of sounds in the background. I kind of don't have a way around it. Oh man, he's like tapping on the mic stand right now, and I am so concerned about how this must sound. Seems like it might be a little loud in the background, but oh well. The TV, that is. Anyway, it's been about 3 weeks since I last uploaded an episode of this on the channel. The current episode that's up is episode 99. 100 was recorded, I think I checked today. I'm going to date this just to show you how much things are getting delayed at the moment. I'm currently recording this on the 17th of October. Episode 100 was recorded on the 30th of September. I didn't want to post it until there was more recorded because, I don't know, I didn't want to like post a video and then disappear. But going forward, I'm hoping to be a little bit more back into the mix of things. It's been a really crazy month, and I'm going to go ahead and try to fill you in, just because even though a lot of you will probably just be like, oh, it's okay, you know, take your time, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, I want to explain it anyway. Because it's been nuts, honestly. There's no real predicting what could have happened in the last few weeks. Basically, I think the long story short of it is, around the time that I kind of came back with the series, SARIA'S not been on the channel for a long ass time, but around the time I came back with the series, the last like kind of 6 episodes before I disappeared for ages, like 93 to 99 or whatever, I was really sick, as you could hear in them, and then I came back for episode 100, and I remember I was in pretty good health in that one. And basically, I just went and got sick again right after that one. And then after I was done being sick, or towards the end of my sickness, Saria got sick. And then after Saria was sick, I got sick again. And then Saria got sick. And now we're both sick right now. But fortunately, it's not like a coffee phlegmy kind of sick. It's more like a blah kind of sick. So I can actually record at least. I just got to deal with some very minor stomach pains at the moment. I don't really know what's been going on with the two of us, but we've both just been constantly getting bombarded with sicknesses. I think some of it's to do with the fact that we are just kind of hitting like sickness bug season, as that's kind of what like the later months / early months of the year are kind of known as. Flu season and all that. But also on top of that, I think some of it's probably stress. I've just recently picked up another day at work, so I'm a little bit more overworked than normal. October is usually around the time that our business that we run from home is intensely busy because of Halloween purchases and stuff, so that's probably got her really overworked, and obviously myself as well, because I do help out with that. And as I say, I think some of it's just genuinely just having really bad immune systems on top of everything. It's just kind of been one of those, like, month and a halves-ish. So we haven't really been the most active. And actually, initially, I said to her today, because she's now gone off to go and do a photo shoot, because we're trying to function like normal people in amongst everything. I said, do you think I should record? And she was initially like, no, probably not. And to be fair, she's not wrong to have thought that, because, oh god, well, I'll give you a good example. I I go to bed at about 7 p.m. every night because my work hours require me to. It's one of those where like you work really late into the night, finish early in the morning, and then get the whole day, but you're usually a little too tired to do anything. So I slept from 7, and I woke up kind of my usual hours I'd wake up, so we're talking like 3, 4-ish in the morning. And I felt really, really shitty, really, really bad. So I kind of waited. I wasn't going to call off the day because I need to go to work, you know, go make money and all that. And I was trying to like wait it out, but it kind of wasn't going anywhere. And the only time where it didn't hurt was when I was sat upright. I couldn't move without sharp pains in my stomach. So I had a little sit down, which turned into a little sleeping sitting down, which turned into kind of calling off my shift at work because I just couldn't really do it, to put it bluntly. I kind of slept from around that time until about 8. I was up for about half an hour, and then I slept again because I felt really rough after waking up at around 8. I kind of had like a headache and neck ache because of all the laying around on top of everything else. So I you know, she was like, well, just lay down some more then, just try to rest it off. So I laid down some more, and I ended up falling asleep and got another 4 hours, waking up at about 12:30, and basically I slept from 8 p.m. until 12:30 is kind of the long story short of it all. So I'm actually feeling quite energized now. I mean, that's like, what is that? That's like 18 hours, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Well, 7, that's 5 until midnight, and then another 12. Yeah, so about 17 hours of sleep. Kind of some spaces in between, but it's just been like, it's been rough. And I woke up and I was like, okay, I feel a little bit of energy, which is why I put the idea forward. She was like, maybe don't. And I just thought, well, I sat down and I set up some like some story cutscenes and stuff because I've had all these ideas thrown through my head. And when you haven't recorded for 3 weeks, the ideas just keep building, and I feel like I'm like overbooking stuff now, so I'm trying to be a little careful with that. But the long story short of it all is I tried to just at least set up the story design and stuff so that the episodes were more ready, so that when I could go back to recording, I would. But then once I was done, I was like, I want to record it now. So here we are. This is the now. I will now actually talk about the show. I apologize for that. It's just, I wanted to share what's been going on in case anyone's been wondering where everything's been. SARIA has not had a moment's chance to record, which is why none of the main series that we've been doing on the channel have been going up, and this has kind of looked like Jitch Plays Universe, the channel, for the last, I think, month, roughly. We have one recording, but it's the same thing as Universe. I don't want to post a single recording and then disappear again, so I'm waiting for it to build a little bit first. And I think that's kind of the long and short of it all, in case you're wondering where she's been, because I did get a question on where she's been, so there's your answer for that too. Not trying to scratch her off. Oh, Nemesis just saved Jetstar from a loss, potentially. Anyway, focusing on tonight's SmackDown now. This is the last SmackDown before TLC, which is a show I've been really looking forward to for a very, very long time. I mean, I had the whole show just played out in my head. I thought it had already been, to be completely honest. Like, I'd thought about TLC and what was going to happen at it and the following effect of TLC and everything. For so long, I've had it booked and planned in my head that I'd kind of just mentally convinced myself that TLC had already happened, and I was really thinking about Royal Rumble. I mean, I've got like plans to Mania up. It's just, I think like there's kind of a grey area. You know what you want to get to at WrestleMania, but how you get there, things like the build, the road to WrestleMania and all that are like, there's a lot of blanks that I've got to try and fill. So we're here now with this matchup. Just a simple one-on-one matchup. Mark Henry up against Jetstar. Just, you know, two tag team superstars who also happen to be singles competitors competing to try and just build themselves up. That's literally all this match is about, you know? That's all it sometimes needs to be about. Just picking up that W, which Mark Henry would have done if it weren't for Nemesis. Oh my god. I'm starting to think that Jetstar is just getting hurt in this match more and more as it goes on. I think SmackDown could do with one less injury. But whether or when that ever happens, I don't know. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I don't even know how. I don't remember there being a cutscene for it. But Undertaker is apparently injured again in the game. What is it with you in clawing that door? It's a cupboard. Don't start meowing at me, please. He meows so goddamn much. He, like, almost never stops. So I'm really sorry. Hopefully that just doesn't get picked up in the background, but knowing my luck, it will. He's mostly noisy when other people are talking, so the idea of recording has been a dreaded one, admittedly. Ooh, big pile driver. I think that's his finisher, if I'm not mistaken. Henry kicked out very quickly, so that's always a good sign. But still to come tonight, we have got the WWE Tag Team Championship situation is to be decided. One thing that we know for sure, for those that are wondering, Heath Slater is set to defend the Tag Team Championships alone. I realize how nuts that sounds. Oh, is this going to be enough? Yes, it is. Heath Slater is set to defend the Tag Team Championships alone against Kofi Kingston and The Rock after they defeated Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel last week. This isn't normally how things would work, but Slater has been refusing to give up the Tag Team titles. He says he will make Gabriel proud, and he will retain the Tag Team Championships tonight by himself against Kofi Kingston and The Rock. I know how crazy that sounds, but we'll be seeing plenty of that tonight. That's our WWE Tag Team Championship main event. We've also got a 6-man tag team matchup, which we'll be seeing the WWE Champion, The Miz, team up with the Intercontinental Champion, John Morrison, his tag team partner, and Booker T of the Crew, as they face off against their opponents for this Sunday's TLC, which is, of course, to say that The Miz will be facing Shawn Michaels, and John Morrison will be defending against Booker T, but he'll also be defending against Eddie Guerrero and John Cena. That's Michaels, Cena, and Guerrero up against Miz, Morrison, and Booker in our semi-main event. But up next, Stone Cold Steve Austin is in action as he prepares for his match against The Undertaker this Sunday at TLC. Stone Cold Steve Austin is set to go one-on-one with The Undertaker this Sunday at TLC in a chairs match. Quite simply put, the only way to win is by pinfall or submission, but there will be no disqualification in regards to using steel chairs as weapons in the match. So we will be seeing a lot of that. Oh, please don't jump on that keyboard. Please, you can stop the recording, man. Don't do it. Thank you. It's like a horror movie when this cat's around. I love him. I don't want to make it sound like I don't like this cat. I love him. He is adorable. He is fluffy. He is really sweet. Very cuddly. Very cute. Very harmless. A lot of cats, you know, they'll scratch and stuff. He's really gentle. It's just he doesn't... He's a bit smothering. He's a bit needy. When I'm recording, that doesn't work. Anyway, this was an open challenge, I should have mentioned. And here's the guy crazy enough to accept it. I'm watching a cat play with trash right now. There's a hairband in the trash, and he's like, hell yeah. Anyway, Alex Riley accepting this open challenge by Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, it's all about trying to make a statement for some people, and I think Alex Riley really just wants to do that. As I was saying before, there are 26 superstars on the SmackDown roster, and I think 4 of them are injured at the moment. I mean, technically, Undertaker is injured in universe, but I'll be still booking him and just playing exhibitions. We've also got Triple H, who's off with an injury. I'm trying to think who the other 2 are. I don't actually know. I know that we're down to... Oh, no. I think there's 3 people that are injured, because I was looking at the rankings, which doesn't include the World Champion, The Miz. But I'm trying to think who the 3rd guy is. I don't Remember, I think Undertaker got injured when Stone Cold did the run-in on Undertaker. Oh yeah, Justin Gabriel, duh. That's the third guy. He is actually written off as injured. Which is a bit unfortunate, because SmackDown really doesn't have, like, the most loaded roster, so it's kind of a tough break when they lose yet another person. But it is what it is, you know, you can't really control these things, especially when the injury rate is so high in WWE 12. But there's always exhibition if I really want to book someone and just not wait for them to come back. It's just, I'm not looking at jumping the gun. Obviously, I'd already planned Undertaker's match before it decided to write him off. So I'm not saying he's going to disappear after TLC, but he might disappear after TLC. I'm not giving anything away in regards to plans with that. Final pay-per-view of the year 2010. I would really like to finish the year 2010 before we in real life finish the year 2020. That is my goal, and it really shouldn't be that unachievable of a goal, because, like, we're in October now, the middle of October, as I'm recording this, the second to last SmackDown of the... 1 minute. Here's hoping I remember to cut that. Anyway... Before I was so rudely interrupted, he was on the kitchen table trying to open the cupboard. He knows no boundaries, no limits to what he wants to do to feed himself. I don't know why. I don't starve him. He's had 2 feedings in the last, like, 4 hours. The boy is well fed. Yes, I was saying, I want to finish 2010 before I finish 2020 in real life, because that, you know, that would be a little soul-crushing, to know that this series has been going on so long that it spanned, I think I started 12 in 19, or it was, like, very early 2020, I don't know, either way, it's starting to feel a little ridiculous how long it's taking me to get through this year. So that's kind of the goal, and it shouldn't be that unrealistic of a goal. As I said, or as I was going to say a moment ago, I remember now. I think there's like 1 week left of 2010 after TLC, or maybe 2. But I've got 2 months to do that in. That doesn't add up. That doesn't sound like something that should be so very unachievable. But at the moment, just the way that things have unfortunately been going, it feels it, and it's not making me too happy. I'll be honest. Jitch is not a happy pappy. I want to keep this series going. I've been really enjoying it, but I can't plan any further than 12 because I don't know where the draft is going to end up with everyone. Of course he got a rope break. Why are you Uh-oh. Oh my god, what the hell? I've never seen this before. What? Did The Undertaker just attack Stone Cold and Alex Riley and the match is just going to keep going? Okay, that was really cool. I'd never seen that before. Even the cat's freaking out, man. Oh, there you go. Austin wins still. Just kind of wanted to wrap that match up. It was supposed to be a quick win for Austin with the stunner, but the ropes kind of messed that up. Well, The Undertaker, I think, tried to make his presence felt there. But it didn't seem to work. Stone Cold Steve Austin is victorious. Will The Undertaker be 100% ready to compete at TLC in a chairs match with Stone Cold Steve Austin? I, for one, hope so, as we move forward to our next match, the 6-man tag team match. But first, we have a little bit of something that went on backstage between The Rock and Kofi Kingston that we'd like to show you. Alright, listen up, Kofi. I've been told that tonight I gotta carry your ass to a WWE Tag title win? The Rock's gotta be honest with you, kid. The Rock has no interest in tag teams. The Rock has his sights set on one elusive title, the WWE Championship. Besides, are you supposed to be in a team with that other guy? Rocky, man, listen. We took out Justin together. The way I see it, we're a dream team, man. I can match your gear. We can win those tag titles. I even came up with the team name, right? The Rock and Boom connection. What do you say, man? Sorry, kid, you can shove it. I already designed the t-shirts, man. Damn. You know what? I haven't seen this attire in a while, and I actually really like this one. I'm proud of that. Hell yeah. Anyway, Booker T coming up for this 6-man tag team match, but tough break for Kofi Kingston. The guy really seemed dedicated to trying to form a tag team with The Rock, and The Rock making it very clear he had no interest. They had a mutual enemy in Justin Gabriel. They took care of that problem, and now The Rock's got his sights set on what they were once at, which is the WWE Championship. Without Brie Bella there to intoxicate him prior to a championship match, this could be Booker's, not Booker, this could be Rock's prime time to win the WWE Championship. But what does this mean for tonight's main event? The WWE Tag Team Championship's on the line. Is it a one-on-one match between Kofi Kingston and Slater for the tag team titles? It doesn't quite sound right. I mean, you gotta give credit where due. This is a hell of a championship combination. John Morrison and The Miz, truly proven to be two of SmackDown's absolute best. They have held those championships for quite some time now, and managed to overcome all odds. But this Sunday, the odds are definitely stacked against them. The Miz has got to go through Shawn Michaels in a TLC match, whilst John Morrison has got to go through Eddie Guerrero, Booker T, and John Cena in a TLC match. And tonight, Morrison's got to try and make an ally out of one of his opponents this Sunday, as he has to team up with Booker T, the man he won the Intercontinental Championship from. I'm going to turn the TV down. I have a feeling that for the last 30 minutes you've been hearing quite the echo. This is an unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but I really think that they should have put Eddie's final version, Eddie's final theme in the games more than this version. You know, the one with the like bleeping phone. I think it was supposed to be like a phone. That's what it sounded like. They should have put that one in the games, not this one. That might be an unpopular opinion, but like, I don't know, I prefer it. He didn't have that for very long. I think it was supposed to be a heel theme. I don't really know, but I preferred it, personally. I mean, they're all good, don't get me wrong. I think I just have more nostalgia for the one I was just talking about because, like, I started watching in 2005, so I didn't actually see a lot of Eddie Guerrero, but what I did see was him with that song. So this one's always just been a bit of a stranger to me. I didn't watch consistently in 2005 either, so I've only really seen like a handful of Guerrero matches. I mean, barring some of the WCW stuff I watched on the network, but when it comes to watching stuff on the network, I'm always like half watching it. I'm always doing like 5 other things. Believe it or not, this is not the main event tonight. Of course, we've got a championship match tonight, so that would naturally be the main event. Jonathan Cena is going to be teaming up with Eddie Guerrero and Shawn Michaels. That is, I think in some people's mind, although a very strange team, a dream team in the sense of like, it's 3 incredible names paired up, or partnered up. It's not pair, there's 3 of them. Well, Shawn Michaels be a two-time WWE champion coming out of TLC. I for one hope so. I think it's time for the Miz's reign to come to an end. I think we're all ready for Shawn Michaels on top. I think in a weird way though, I stand by what I've seen some people point out, which is that initially Michaels' goal when it came to the Miz was to get a little bit of justice for Triple H, who was injured by the Miz, and it seems like it's become more about getting Shawn Michaels his second championship reign. It seems like that's kind of taken over in terms of what matters most to Michaels here, and I'm hoping this isn't the beginning of the end for DX, because 2010 has been a sad year for tag teams across all the brands. I mean, we don't really know where the United Kingdom stand right now over on Raw after what went down. You know, we don't really know what the situation is with the Powerhouse after what went down on ECW this week. The last thing we need to see is a tag team go its separate ways here on SmackDown as well. I just think that too many have suffered a unfortunate death in the year that is 2010. And I for one, hope that we are now witnessing the end of it. Almost a happy 10 years day, everybody. 23rd of December was the day that the channel known as WTX Jaichi was created, and we are currently at I think this is the 15th of December, is what this episode was supposed to be. I'm a little bit behind on that, so I don't entirely know. Aw, don't say that. Don't say the controller is low. No. Booker T and John Cena, of course, have quite the history with one another. But Booker T and John Morrison also have quite the history with one another. Eddie Guerrero kind of fresh onto the scene. I mean, not necessarily, actually, now that I think about it. He does have a little bit of history with Booker T and the crew, going back to Survivor Series, where Eddie Guerrero was one of the key components in defeating the crew. He made quite a few eliminations, if I remember right. Cena got one, and I think Guerrero got two. Or I think it was Cena that got two, and Guerrero got the final one, which was on Booker T. My question is, will we actually see John Morrison and The Miz help Booker T tonight? We know that they are not against the idea of losing if it protects themselves, and obviously tonight, if Booker T is the one to take the beating and take the loss, then hey, what do Miz and Morrison really lose? They're 100% going into their match, whereas Booker T has had to fend off 3 people, and of course those 3 people will have taken some damage at the hands of Booker T as well. So in a way, I think if I had to predict the actions of The Miz and Morrison, I wouldn't be surprised, to say the least, if we didn't see a whole lot of camaraderie and helping of Booker T. Crew is a faction that I think has all the potential in the world, but has unfortunately just failed to kind of get off the ground running. And I think Mark Henry's victory over Jetstar tonight will have done something to regain some confidence, not only in himself, but in what could be a feared faction for years to come, if they can actually get things flowing in the right direction.
This match has been 100 miles an hour since the opening bell. Well, that'll send you to the chiropractor.
Eddie really laying into Booker T, who has not really gotten a whole lot of offense in, and I think Miz was almost considering just letting Booker take the loss to Guerrero there. Should be interesting to see what happens when tables, ladders, and chairs are involved, with everyone in this match, as a matter of fact, this Sunday, as they have been given the TLC matches. Of course, for those wondering what the TLC show card is looking like, I always like to hear your predictions before we get TLC out of the way. We actually admittedly only have 5 confirmed matches for TLC. There is an open space on the show. No, sorry, there is 6. What am I saying? There is 6. So coming in from Monday Night Raw, we've got the European Championship Triple Threat match, which hasn't actually got a determined stipulation. I believe it will be a table match. I was wondering what the hell that noise was. I just heard it was a car. Triple Threat table match for the European Championship, and that will be determined between Randy Savage and the World Tag Team Champions Wade Barrett and William Regal in a triple threat match. First man to put one through a table is declared the winner, and the new European champion, as the title is currently vacant. Following that one up from Raw, we've also got the World Heavyweight Championship match, which not only has an undisclosed stipulation, but actually has an undisclosed opponent. We don't know who Sheamus is defending the World Heavyweight Championship against, but we've been told on a couple occasions that he needs to prepare himself by Mick Foley, to which Sheamus has constantly brushed off. So it should be very interesting to see who's facing off against Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship at TLC. From ECW, we've only got one match at this upcoming TLC event, as we are going to be seeing the ECW Championship defended as Jack Swagger goes one-on-one with Kane. It is down to Swagger what the stipulation for the match will be, as he was given a quick victory beating Kane's time this Tuesday on ECW. This came as the match never actually got started between Swagger and Ted DiBiase, meaning that he won by disqualification instantly, defeating Kane's time. And wow, Miz never even got inside the match. Well, that's pretty brutal. Tell you what, Eddie and Cena, they've been working well in these teams lately. I don't think Michaels nor Miz ever got tagged in that match. And the Miz, Morrison, obviously a little upset that the Miz didn't really have his back. I mean, he never tagged in. Is this the beginning of some real disruption for the Misfits? I don't know, but moving forward, championships are on the line in a WWE Tag Team title match that I believe at this current point in time is just a one-on-one match between Kofi Kingston and Heath Slater. If Kofi wins, him and Rock are declared the Tag Team Champions. And if Heath Slater wins, him and Gabriel keep the championships, despite the fact that Gabriel is injured. Slater is insistent he will carry them on his own rather than vacate them, because he wants to make his buddy proud. I have no idea how this main event is going to go down, but one thing's for sure, The Rock has made it clear he is not in on this match. As we await the main event, allow me to continue to list off the matches, and I want to hear your predictions. So as I say, Kane vs Swagger, we do not have a confirmed stipulation, but that will be taking place this Sunday for the ECW title. And then from SmackDown, we've got three matches. We've got the chairs match between The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin, the four-way TLC match, John Morrison defending the Intercontinental Championship against Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, and Booker T. I don't know why I keep going to say Shawn Michaels. And then we've got The Miz defending the WWE Championship, also in a TLC one-on-one match against Shawn Michaels. This is going to be a very strange main event for sure.
Approaching the ring, it's one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Heath Slater.
Well, this is confirmed to be a handicap match. Yes. Originally scheduled to be Kofi Kingston and The Rock competing against Slater for the WWE Tag Team Championship. As I said before, Slater is insistent he will do his buddy proud. He will hold on to those Tag Team Championships by himself until Gabriel is returned from injury. As long as he makes it through each defense in 30 days, that no compete clause, everything's safe. Well, as I mentioned before, this is pretty much turned into a one-on-one matchup. in a way, Kofi's got a lot to be thankful for when it comes to The Rock. I mean, he is the reason that Kofi got that light heavyweight championship. The assistance from The Rock was enough to counteract the assistance from Brie Bella, which got Kofi the victory over Justin Gabriel. Kofi's really been breaking out this year, I'd say. Towards the end of the year, he's been really doing good lately. Could he be a dual champion, holding the tag team championships as well? Well, it all comes down to if he can beat Heath Slater in this one-on-one match for the tag team championship. Oh! Or maybe not. Well, I guess Kofi Kingston remembered that he did, in fact, as The Rock mentioned, already have a tag team partner. I feel like Bourne's been a little bit ignored lately. I mean, literally when Kofi won the Light Heavyweight Championship, Bourne was the first man out to congratulate him. And we've not really seen anything to do with these two together lately. But tonight they could be two-time tag team champions. All they got to do is beat Heath Slater in a handicap match. How hard can that be? No disrespect to Slater, but 2-on-1. I mean, you know, the advantage is definitely in the corner of the challengers. This tag team title match is officially underway, and Heath Slater is, I mean, yeah, I was going to say, I'm not really surprised. There's a little bit of reluctance and hesitance to start things off against Kofi Kingston in this one, but he wants to do his partner Gabriel proud. He wants to keep those tag team championships around the waists of them, whether it be in a hospital bed or not. Gabriel is still holding the other tag team championship. Looking forward to TLC this Sunday. Of course, one tag team that's been very upset with the way that things have been going lately is the #1 contenders to the tag team championships, barring Kofi and The Rock. I'm of course talking about the combination of Tyson Kidd and Christian of the Misfits, who still haven't had their rematch despite what's been going on. But of course, with The Rock and Kofi picking up victories over the tag team championships, over the tag team champions, they have been propelled. I might have to go in a second. I'm not entirely sure. SARIA'S, I think, due home any moment now. And I'd rather not be recording when she came back because I haven't seen her today. So I might have to go in a second. To the corner as Kofi looks to make a tag, and looks like he got it. First time we've seen Evan Bourne in the ring in, man, I don't know how long. I'm like listening, I'm hearing noises in the outside area. Crushing damage. Slayer is admittedly quite a tall guy, ain't he? He's pretty big compared to Evan Bourne. Quite broad too. I'm not quite sure why he's so broad, but he is. Heath Slater, I mean, he's giving it his all. Evan Bourne getting a little bit of a beating here.
To the floor. These are great competitors. Great, tremendous gladiators.
Very interested in seeing how exactly Heath Slater intends to defeat former tag team champions in a handicap match, but I gotta say right now he's holding his own. Evan Bourne, admittedly, is gonna have a lot of ring rust. The guy's not been in a match in such a long time. This is an important night for Bourne. To get back on the map and win the tag team titles with his longtime friend, I think would be a revolutionary way to come back. Revolutionary for his career, of course. Heath Slater going in for a roll up. Is this going to be enough to get the job done? Oh, Kofi. Very quick to have his partners back there. That's good. Let's say we haven't really seen these two in competition together lately. And it looks like Bourne's favoring some kind of injury, which I think Slater's just trying to capitalize off of with a quick roll up. Ooh. Really got him with that one. One is getting schooled in there. Evan Bourne. Ooh, caught him with that neck breaker. Is he finally going to be able to make the tag in to Kofi? He got him. Kofi Kingston in the ring and it. Whoa, hold up. Oh! Evan Bourne just dropped his own partner. What? Heath Slater just retained the tag team titles alone, thanks to Evan Bourne.